I don't believe that every man is a cheater. I do believe that probably majority of men have cheated.
Yeah.
I think the majority of men in this world, not in this world, have cheated. If you're being honest with yourself, like, if you're a woman, you're being honest, like, I would think that. Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our content. So inevitably, we got asked about Derrick Jaxn. So if you don't know, he is a relationship guru.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically mostly talks to women, right? Mm-hmm. That's the point. And he's been called cheating, or he hasn't been called cheating. He came out that he was cheating on his wife. And so I guess we're supposed to be giving our opinions on this.
I don't really know what to say about this. I mean, everybody, look, every pastor, there's been so many pastors that have cheated, rabbis, presidents, people who have authority or people with influence always cheat. So I don't really see the big deal, to be quite honest with you.
He gave a whole timeline too of all these events, and I'm like, what the hell? How does he remember all these dates?
But I mean, I give slack to people because people are human beings. They're not gods. Yeah. Like, as far as God, like, you know what I mean? You're going to make mistakes as part of the human experience. Yeah. You're supposed to make mistakes. It doesn't mean that you stop believing in someone just because they get caught doing something, or he said it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, even the girl, she was going to say something. My point in saying this is that all these love gurus, no one's perfect. They're all going to be, from Kevin Samuels to Steve Harvey.
They're flawed. They're all
flawed. Like I said, pastors. You know what I'm saying? Like this sort of cancel culture that we live in, where someone makes a mistake and people can't wait. The people who don't like Derrick Jaxn are the people who didn't like Derrick Jaxn.
Yeah, they like him in the beginning.
So I mean, it's not like he'll probably get more subscribers than ever before.
Yeah, people keep saying that his whole career is over.
You know what I mean?
I doubt that. Let me tell you, whenever something like this happens, it usually increases the career.
Yeah.
I know it's crazy, but it usually kind of like that has the reverse effect. It is not. It's not like he did something wrong and then that's it. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I really am not surprised at this whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not surprised at this particular person, and this because remember we did that. Remember we were talking about one time we mentioned him taking pictures with his shirt off. I'm thinking to myself, Kara saw it with his picture with his shirt. Like, why are you doing that? You're married.
That wasn't something that anybody was saying was wrong. I just happened to notice that on his page he put up a picture of himself because he obviously works out. Yeah. So he took it. I just thought, for a married man, and most women are watching you. Yeah. Then you did that for what? Because that has nothing to do with relationships.
100%.
That didn't really have anything to do with relationships. I said that, but it doesn't mean that every last thing he says is wrong just because he got caught cheating. I mean, Steve Harvey's been married 3 times, made a book and a movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? And people still follow that. I mean, like I said again, everyone, and when you put yourself in a position to be something, I'm saying even with Kevin Samuels, once you put yourself out there, everybody's going to start investigating you.
Speculations.
It's just the way it is, and I wouldn't be surprised if something came out about him. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just it's part of putting yourself in the public eye.
The funny thing is that a couple of women wrote us about this, and it's like, oh my God, what do you think? Can you believe this happened? I'm like, yeah, because these are human beings. I can't believe this happened. Mm-hmm. It's not. We're acting like cheating is new. Okay, mm-hmm. So I think most women have been cheated on. Kara, you've been cheated on. I've been cheated on. It's not a good feeling, at all. It's not a good feeling. There are women that are saying, oh, that girl needs to leave him. I would have left him a long time ago. Stop it. Okay, so let's just stop that right now. Let's just put an end to that right now. Now, there are women who leave men that cheat. And I'm not saying that you should. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like, do what you got to do. Right. But when I hear these 95% of women out there right now are like, oh my God, that woman needs to leave Derrick. And I'm thinking, you act like, there are so many women that stay in the relationship. Okay? Just stay. Now, it's so funny how everyone's all of a sudden, oh, you should leave him. You don't know what you would do in that situation. No, stop pretending like you know what you would do in that situation.
Even if you did, though, that's not your relationship. Yeah, so you shouldn't tell somebody what they should or shouldn't.
That's what I'm saying, but it's just funny that people are all of a sudden like they just know for sure they believe. Now, I bet a lot of women that are saying this have stayed in a relationship with a man once he's cheated, after he's cheated on them.
Okay, they were separated though, so there was already problems.
Right, there was already an issue.
You know what I mean? So and again,
he went out there with the girl,
they were already having problems. Right. Cheating is a symptom of something that's already going to. By the way, she looked on the video.
Well, that's another part of it. That was another part of it.
It's like, why does she look like that? You know what I mean? Like Derrick looks like Derrick, and then she looks like a hand puppet. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just like, come on, this man is not only successful but good looking. Yeah. And the last thing you need to do. I mean, I hate to be hard on women like this, but. I'm just saying, we just talked about a show about looks matter. Looks matter. To men. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that he cheated on her because of the way she looks, but I'm saying something's not right. That's not right. You know what I mean? Like, you look at some other videos she was dressed up.
Yeah, she clothes on. I watched Kevin on stage. I was watching Kevin on stage and his wife talk about this subject. I watched a little bit of it. And she said something interesting. She was like, I don't want to go and judge this woman. And I agree with her actually on this. I don't like... immediately attacking this woman's look. But we were asked about the look. How she looked in the video, the wife looked in the video. And I kind of agree with Kevin on stage's wife. His wife was, what's her name, Melissa? I think her name's Melissa. She said, Derrick, okay, so she hasn't been in the limelight. Derrick is. So purposely, she has been behind the scenes a lot. So we've never really seen her. Most people have never really seen her. So I'm telling you right now, if this happened, and I'm going to stick by my man during this, the first time you guys see me, if this is going on, I'm going to look great. There's no way that I'm coming out there looking like that. Now, she's not an ugly woman. His wife was not ugly. It's just that that she was looked dowdy that day. I don't know. Everybody thought that was a beanie she was, or a bonnet she was wearing. It was a hat. It was a hat, but it's just kind of the whole aura of the way she looked. I'm like, what? No, that's not it. But you're right. Derrick
looked like Derrick, a good-looking guy. Yeah. He works out quite a bit. He just looked like himself. And then right now he's got this like person next to him. I'm like, is this a joke? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to put her down at all. I'm just saying that that I felt like if you're gonna do a video, girl, put on a little effort. You know what I mean? Right. I'm not saying he's right for what he did, but we also don't know what their relationship was. Yeah. Before this. But you know what I mean? This is why I don't like to really make, this is why I don't like to say, he's right or wrong or she's right or wrong. Because he only gives advice. He's not, I mean, his job is to give advice. But the truth is that most people's relationship is going to fail somewhere in the relationship.
Well, people are so
therapists are like that. Therapists cheat.
Y'all put this man on this pedestal. Y'all be putting these people on pedestals. You know what I mean? And then once they mess up, it can be anybody, celebrities, influencers, whoever. Once somebody messes up or does something wrong, something really bad, then all of a sudden it's like the rage begins. And I'm thinking, stop putting people on pedestals. How many times we got to tell people, you don't know nothing about these people's lives. So when you put these gurus and stuff on pedestals and then they fall short in life, which we all do, I'm not making excuses for Derrick and his cheating escapades. I'm not making an excuse for that, but I feel like this is not a new concept. All right, men cheating, women cheating too, but then this situation, men cheating is not a new thing. And so everyone is super duper shocked because I'm thinking, we've never seen his wife before. It's never happened. We don't really follow Derrick like that, but we have seen his videos before, and he spits some truth. Some stuff he says is true stuff, but I do know that. That he panders to women. That's that's kind of like his gig. He panders to women. It doesn't mean that he does things in he's not being sincere. It's just that again, all of these women have hoisted him up to this super Superman.
He's successful for a reason.
He is.
Don't let the man don't sell him short. Yeah. I mean, come on. He's successful for a reason. Yeah. And it means that he's probably helped some people. I mean, you know what I mean? Come on. Let's keep it real. I don't believe in everything Kevin Samuels says, but he does say some true things. Yeah,
people always talk about that, and I'm thinking, well, you guys were talking about Kevin Samuels and all.
But once something comes out about him, then everybody will be like, oh my God, and you know what I mean? It's like, no, you don't know him. Yeah. You don't know him, and all you can do is enjoy what it is he's doing.
And
you know
then
what I mean?
you can agree
Again,
or
the only
disagree,
people who are not going to like Derrick Jaxn are people who already didn't
like him. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's only fun. Like Charlemagne went on a tirade. It's just like, oh, he didn't like him anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, so
a
lot of people don't like Charlemagne. They can go on a tirade about him also.
Apparently, Charlemagne's cheated too. So,
well, I mean, what you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like there are haters
Yeah.
everywhere. I'm sure Derrick Jaxn's a good-looking man who's making a lot of money and got a lot of made himself popular.
Yeah, right.
And there are men who are gonna be hating him.
Right, it's true.
He's got women that like him and look at him, and that doesn't come without hate.
Right.
So, but like again, I don't think this is going to maybe kill his career.
No, people are getting on him because he lied. Okay, so apparently, I didn't know about this part, but that's what cheaters do, right? They have to lie. You have to lie to cheat. I mean, that's the point, right? So he lied, I guess, and said he didn't cheat, and then
he said he did.
And then he said he did.
Right.
So I don't know why that's shocking either. I'm confused on why all this is shocking to people, to be quite honest with you, because we're sitting here like, yeah, a man cheated.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking.
But it's funny because like when Bill Clinton cheated on Hillary, it made him more relatable to men.
This is gonna.
You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on who it is that cheats.
He's not canceled.
No, and also cancel culture is just ridiculous anymore.
Yeah, I don't like
going around canceling people.
I don't get that.
You know what I mean? Like people act like they don't ever make mistakes.
Right.
Can you imagine if you were going to work and you did something wrong and they just canceled you, didn't have a job no more?
Can you imagine?
I mean,
we share a lot of our life with you guys, right? So we told a lot of stories and things that we've done wrong in our lives and where we've messed up and fallen short and full of flaws, all of that stuff, right? We've done all of that, and it's like that's a natural part of life. Like just messing up is kind of natural. So the idea of canceling somebody because they've messed up. I will say this though, is that, if you want to put on that, I will say that when it comes to learning lessons, I'm sure he's going to learn a little bit that, your personal life can have a business consequence.
Right.
So that's probably, he's going to get hit a little bit somewhere, right? So I do get that part. Hopefully, he and like many others learn a lesson, but it does have a business consequence and we're a fallout. So people want to start cancel culture. Is real, and they will just eliminate you, right? But not really. They're not really, because they come back, right? So is it really cancer? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't feel that Derrick is any different than any other man. The only difference to me is the people, because the people are the ones that put this guy on some kind of odd pedestal.
You're not perfect.
Yeah,
but I don't like when people get like killed because they did something that a lot of people do just simply because their job says something. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't get that. I'm not a Derrick Jaxn fan. Like I don't watch him. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not a I don't watch Love Gurus. Yeah, I don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't watch it. Sometimes I happen to see him because I'm going through my feed and
or if you guys be there.
But even like Kevin Samuels, I don't watch him either. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I feel like everyone's relationships are kind of individual to them. Yeah. You can't really. Everybody's not the same. There are some things that are just kind of common sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, like say you want to get married and the person doesn't get married, don't be together. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just kind of common sense, things. But as far as like someone giving me advice and I don't know them, right? I don't really take advice like that. But I'm also understand that people do human stuff in life, and I just don't like when people sit there and just dog out people.
Stuff they've probably done too.
Like you got to understand that people have all kinds of, self-esteem issues through something. He obviously had a problem with his marriage. Yeah. Let's just stop there. He just obviously had a problem with his marriage that he had to continue to go to work. Yeah. And then had to deal with his marriage, and it came to a crash. And
because he has notoriety, right. It's the only reason why he's getting treated that way.
NBA players and NFL players cheat on their wives all the time. Nobody cares.
The other part of this whole thing that people are getting, I guess, weird about is, well, you guys know that we're not church people, but apparently, like I watched a little bit of her video, and she came on. Well, it was sent a video. One of the videos was sent to us of her talking about how she's. The devil or God's got to deal with Derrick, and he did his thing, and God's gonna get us through, and God this and God that, and just the whole religious part of it, right? So people are like, oh my God, she's hiding behind God and all that kind of stuff. Now we are not religious people. Kara and I are not religious whatsoever. Mm-hmm. We don't even believe in organized religion in that way, right? We're more spiritual in that sense. So funny because there's a lot of Christian people out here that are dogging her for what she said. There's literally Christian people. You look under her video. There's a bunch of people. There are Christian people spitting Bible verses at her. I'm to myself, but
why is she even doing?
Aren't you supposed to have the ultimate forgiveness and stuff?
But at the end of the day, why is she even doing a video? She's not even supposed to be in front of the camera. You know what I mean? It's like, don't invite people into your problems. Like, I wouldn't even if I was in church and she was saying what she had to say. Yeah. It's like, Derrick's the one that's in front of the camera. Yeah. If you're not supposed to be on the camera, don't be over here doing live chats, talking about God and stuff. Just step away.
Yeah, I think she's trying to save face. Right. I think that she's embarrassed. First of all, I think she's embarrassed. Even in that second video, she still didn't, like, I don't know, just something just seems sad about her. Now we know because this, we know there's a marriage issue, so now that's been exposed. There's an issue of marriage. Now we kind of get that, but I'm not, what were we saying a long time ago that when you're going through a divorce or a breakup or any kind of like odd thing going on in your marriage or relationship, stay off of social media. Mm-hmm. Someone needed to take Derrick's phone from him because he went and did a whole video in third person. Mm-hmm. He did an entire video in third person, and I think that was also just to lighten the mood. I guess it's trying to. Well, no, he's get his balls back.
Or he's just nervous about his career.
Right, he's ready.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, honestly, I don't even think that was for him. I think that was for him personally. Yeah. I think it was for his business. Right. He was trying to lighten it up and make it. Yeah, I'm saying it was kind of odd. But again, he's a human person. Whenever you panic and you're in charge of bringing home an income, then that's a lot of his.
He seemed very panicked in that video.
Right, and so again, it's just like I'm not a fan of Derrick Jaxn, but he's a human being.
I get human behavior. See, we get human behavior. This is human behavior, you guys. It's just the only difference is that he's on a big platform. If you put yourself on a big platform, right, and you screwed up something in your life, right, you did this, look at how you would act. Yeah. Just look at because you don't know how you're acting.
I mean, imagine if we got 15 million subscribers, right, and then something came out about us. Like, I've told you guys everything about me. Yeah, but you never know, like, people who knew you when you were nothing,
stuff you forgot,
and then they get paid by press and stuff to because that happens a lot to people. Mm-hmm. They become really successful, and then someone from their past gets paid by the press
to expose
something or to make up something or exaggerate something to make that person, because the press makes you and breaks you. Right. You know what I mean? And so, this girl, whoever she was, I mean, she was keeping receipts. Yeah. Why?
She was keeping receipts. Yeah, she was ready.
You know what I mean? Like, why were you doing that?
She was waiting for her moment.
She was waiting for her moment. You know what I mean? And so it's just like Kevin Hart. He was being extorted. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm not going to let you extort me. I'm just going to tell the truth. Yeah, right. And that's looked like what he just did. Yeah. I'm just going to tell the truth because this woman's going to try to extort me. Yeah. And so it's the same thing that happened with Kevin Hart. He was right to do that. Mm-hmm. Don't keep it. Right. Don't keep it to yourself, because now you're giving someone else power. Yeah. So on some level, this is a teaching moment for him. But again, if I could tell you all the dumb things I've done in my life.
Oh my God.
That today I can't believe I would ever do.
We've told so many stories with you guys. And a lot of you guys are like really understanding a lot of our, stories and stuff, because I feel like the reason why you probably are is because you've screwed up too in your life. Yeah. We just talk about it. We don't really have a big filter. Have you noticed? We just kind of tell our things have happened. And it's also like when people write us, which happens a lot. We always, because people like when we are able to relate to them with a story of ours. Right. You know what I mean? And I get that. That's just a human thing. So that's why we choose to tell our story. We don't come up here trying to tell you guys how to be and what to do. And we don't want you guys to be holding, at any point holding us at any kind of like higher level of person. Right. We're human beings. Kara and I said it on our introduction videos. We are not pastors. We are not life coaches. Yeah. We are not gurus. We are not that. We are just two women talking.
I don't like to give people advice. Right. I don't like to give people advice because your life, I don't know. First of all, I don't know. Even when people write us, I don't know the whole story. You're only getting half the story of most things.
So we give our outlook on it.
But I can just tell you your outlook on it, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. Right. That is your business. Right. But there is a certain sort of, I was watching this thing, this guy was talking about celebrities, had Cameron Diaz or something. They're just talking about people who become successful or are famous. Okay. And she said there is a certain amount of people that when you become really famous, the press makes you really bad. Everyone likes you, but then there's a certain amount of people that are jealous of you because you are in a place that they're not. Right. And so there were a lot of people who could not wait for this to happen for him. Yeah. Like Preach, you could tell they hate that guy, and they could not wait for something. So You know what I mean? It's just like, I understand that everybody makes mistakes, and even Auburn Preach, and even everybody who was making fun of him. Everybody knows that Charlemagne, all of them, if their dirt was thrown out, and they would be embarrassed and hurt and frustrated, because first of all, it's their livelihood. A lot of these people make money off of this. You know what I mean? And just because he gives advice doesn't mean that he can't ever make a mistake. He's a human being. He's not some kind of perfect person. Nobody is. Yeah. You know, they obviously had problems in their marriage that he didn't want to talk about, but he obviously had to keep doing his job.
Right. I guess people were saying that he was trying to present himself to be perfect and stuff. Because people who are just like really like him and watch him, that's the people have wrote us about this whole situation. They really like Derrick, and they really appreciate his advice and stuff like that. So those people are like, oh, he presents himself. The problem is that he presents himself to be perfect, and then this happened. Like he doesn't, I guess just the way he is makes it like he has it all down pat, right? And I'm like, well, if he at any point, I don't know if I doubt if he ever said he was perfect, but if he has, then that's wrong. But again, here we go. Like he's doing a job, y'all. I mean, like. He's trying to give advice to single women. He's trying to give advice to single women.
All it takes for him to do one right thing, and everything, this will all be over.
It's going to be over anyways, because the way of the world, the way that the world functions right now is really just, they're exposed. This goes on for a couple of bad weeks, right? And then we get about a month. We're still kind of talking about it. The memes. The progression, the memes show up, okay? And the memes, that happens. We're pasting his face all over the place. And then about a couple months, this will be over and done with. Yeah. Derrick can come out with a new book, and then he's moved on, right?
The only person this should matter, I used to say this about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, the only person who should care is Hillary. I don't know why anybody else cares.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like again, the people who liked him already are not going to stop liking him.
No.
They're just not. And probably now they know that he cheats on his wife, they probably think they have a chance.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
They probably think, he's not that faithful.
Yeah. Good lady say, once a cheater, always a cheater.
No, that's not true.
I mean, I don't believe that. I don't believe that either. I think there are people who are cheaters and people who have cheated. There's two different types of people.
He might be a cheater. I don't know.
I mean, he could possibly, but in general, I'm
not going to call somebody a cheater just because I know one incident they did. Yeah, and that happened to come out. I mean, that is not more.
Fair. Yeah, true. It's not fair. So yeah, I don't believe that every man is a cheater. I do believe that probably majority of men have cheated.
Yeah,
I think the majority of men in this world, have cheated. If you're being honest with yourself, like if you're a woman, you're being honest, like I would think that.
But most women know that. Most women, because we all know that men think about sex most of the day. I think they said 90% of the day men actually think about sex, and so women don't. You know what I mean? So I think that's why women go back. It's because we kind of already factor in the fact that most men are probably going to be thinking about somebody other than you. Yeah. And people are like, how could she go back? I'm like, well, how could she go back to him? I'm like, well, because that's his wife. That's her husband. Yeah. What do you mean? Aren't we in a world where we have a child? But isn't it funny that we're in a world where everyone gets mad at this quick divorces, right? Right? They get mad at that. So, I mean, like, maybe they want to exhaust all avenues of, counseling or whatever you want to do. Maybe they want to figure that out. I don't know what their situation, I don't know exactly what it is. But the idea of just everyone seeming to know what they would do. Everyone seems to know, I'm leaving and never coming back. Maybe you will, maybe I don't know. But the stats on this, I'm sure, read a little different. Because most women have gone back to their husbands after they cheated, or a boyfriend, or whatever. Most women have gone back. They have. That's not new. And so it's like we're looking at this woman thinking, she looks like an idiot sitting up there with her hat, looks like a bonnet, and making fun of her. And I'm like, no, she doesn't, to me, look like an idiot. She looks like a scorned woman. The only thing I hate about things like this is that whenever someone cheats, they always feel like they have to bring their spouse up there. I mean, politicians do it. So, I don't know why.
They're always holding hands.
They're always holding hands. Like Kobe Bryant did it, and he came in with his wife holding hands.
Oh, did he?
Okay. Yeah, remember when that happened?
They had a press conference, didn't they?
Yeah. You know what I mean? They always feel like they have to sit the spouse down and show you, see, I didn't affect them. You know, they
She's
weren't,
okay.
look, they weren't really affected. See, look, she can talk.
She's fine.
You know, show everybody that you're okay. I don't like that because I think that it's insincere. It's like when someone apologizes for a racist comment or something when you know they didn't really mean it.
It's like, yeah.
You know, you're just doing it because your publicist told you to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just, you know what I'm saying? It's forced.
Yeah.
I don't like forced, you know, situations. So, you know, she was sitting there because I'm sure his people said it would be better for you if you guys did this together. Remember we were watching Dixie Chicks?
Yeah.
And she said the whole thing about, you know, you're embarrassed that the president lives from the president's from Texas, talking about George Bush. And then their publicist said, she's like, well, or I'll say, and he was like, no, it needs to be we.
Yeah, it has to be.
So the other girls, even though they didn't say it, they have to be a unit. Yeah. Same thing here. It's just like, no, it'd be nice if you guys sat there.
Well, his books are all about couples and marriage, so him addressing this. Now, what he did after that with these 2 videos, that was a pain. To me, I felt like people are like, oh my God, he look an idiot up there. He just look an idiot up there he looks stupid up there doing that. We understand that, but that is called panic mode.
Yeah.
When you mess up,
it's called human behavior.
Yeah,
when you
mess up and you don't do, you just kind of do that. Now, I don't know if this man has a publicist.
I'm sure
he needs someone, but I will say that someone probably should have took his phone away. That was not a good move. I can say that, but it happened, right? So he made another mistake. This is what happens when you trip. You know, you trip, and then it's gonna happen. The fall. Right, but I don't believe in canceling people's lives. We did a video on cancel culture, and I just don't believe in that. You know, I'm not a fan of Derrick Jaxn. I don't know about much of his work. I know what he's about, you know, but the idea of, you know, especially since we don't cancel people in our own lives. In our real life, right. Cancel culture is only for like celebrities or notoriety.
Think you can take it,
yeah, it's
because you got money and you have money and fame.
If you argue with like your mom or your dad or your sister or boyfriend or whatever,
I'm talking about famous people doing this to him.
Think about think about if you canceled somebody in your life. Like I mean, that's what you're saying. So think about if you just really you know. Took some of your own medicine.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, even the famous people people who have a platform that are doing this to him. It's like, okay, you better remember that when something comes out about you, and then you'll be sitting there trying to explain your way out of stuff. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because you know they say
a lot of secrets.
Yeah,
people have a lot of secrets. You know,
they do. And karma is real. And if you sit there and go on your platform and then publicly blow somebody up when he hasn't done that to you, then you better realize if something comes out about you, I don't want to hear this. I didn't know what I was doing. No. Remember
what you said.
Your own karma comes back to you. You know what I mean? And so, look, we all have secrets. We've all done things that are either shameful or things we wish we could take back. You know, unfortunately, life doesn't have a practice run. Right.
So we're going to say what you already know. Cheating's wrong. You shouldn't cheat. It's not good. It's humiliating. It's hurtful. We just believe that all people are just human beings and they fall short, and you will too. By the way, anybody that's watching this, if you haven't already, you will, and then because that's part of life. No one's perfect. All right, you guys, let us know what you think about this whole Derrick Jaxn thing. Leave a comment below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. And I think we hit 700 subscribers. You guys.
Oh yeah, we did.
So that's good. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. And that's it. We will see you guys on Friday. All right. Bye, guys.